So, let's start with level one. For level one, I want to purchase for the alumni of Aiden Griffin High School, the alumni of Pitt County Schools, all in the year 2013, those that were in attendance at graduation. I want to purchase us all luxury tiny houses, one per person, and one of the same vehicle, of which I chose a Mini Cooper because I thought Mini Coopers were cool, which the company would pay for the insurance on. Pay that for the insurance on the luxury tiny house. The only thing you'll be responsible for in the tiny house at level one is food. Because by level three, we're expecting you to be in your own home or residence. The only thing you're responsible for with the vehicle is parking it at the house. And the company will be responsible for the insurance. So in total, we would order how many, and each quarter we would send out a gift basket. I don't mean one of those little gift baskets. I mean like one of those $100 gift baskets per person. So with that being said, I think our total would come up to approximately $2,250,000,000. Because I would gladly, if we can find the financing in my budget from the earned interest only. You can only spend the earned interest. All the tiny houses have to be in the same neighborhood. They follow the same rules. I want a gated community, security guard officer at the front, and the tiny houses not to move. Each tiny house will bring after purchase with appreciation to each tiny home and with appreciation based off if we do the Major League Baseball stadium on the biography side, because levels 1 through 3 need supervision and the biography is more for the elders, grandparents, adults in the country club type of environment. And level 1 is us. And normally I would say level 1, y'all could make it right to level 4, but at level 5 you have to have had your own home or in your own home, board of trustees member, have a degree, or have your own business. Stuff like that, because it's not really about the levels getting harder and harder. It's more about when you get up to those higher levels, you don't want to become a distraction or a bother to other people that are at those levels or higher. So for 30,000 people, I didn't mind hooking ECU up if it was in the budget. East Carolina University is a philanthropic endowment. It's about 2.2 billion. The appreciation value on it is going to be much, much higher because I get one too. Andre Kent Jr. gets one, AJ Kent gets one, Andre R. Kent Jr. gets one, and my email account. So I'm at like 6 tiny houses, but that doesn't count as a house I own myself for level 4 and up. But if the Scouts got paid, the Boy Scouts would be my first house officially, and then the Cub Scouts would be the regular home and property. But like I was saying, you have to be, when you're on the company dollar, you have to be doing company related things. You have to be doing company type of things, which on the Achievers Report and the Homage Network and the biography is alumnus networking, alumni networking. It is championship, discussing achievements, championships, certificates, philanthropic endowments, building trust funds, estate planning, wealth management planning. All that is the Achievers Report, and the Homage Network is a giant country club on the eastern seaboard. And we are between North Carolina and Virginia. Shout out to Virginia. Shout out to North Carolina. Thank you, North Carolina, for taking care of my taxes and taking care of, plenty of my stay while I was here. Same to Virginia as I move up there separately as on my personal, then on my company. And I say my company, but it's really our company because it's a startup and we're building it from the ground up. And you might think that number is huge for a startup company, but it's not when you're trying to do a philanthropic endowment and all the vehicles have to be the same, all the tiny houses have to be the same. So, but we'll pay for the insurance and the upkeep. The only thing for the tiny homes is you have to pay for your own food. We pay for everything else. That's the least that you can do because everybody has different diets and stuff like that, or work the budget up. Level 1 is completely different than level 2 and level 3. Level 2 is military service, scouts, veterans, service workers, church, JROTC, um, basically structured service is level 2, and level 3 is a ball. It's a ball. It's called A Simple Reason to Eat Cake. And I mean a ball with approximately anywhere from 5,000 to 10,000 patrons. I was going to let the crew design it, decorate it. We each would probably be presenting something. It would be probably a 4 or 5 day event. And I was going to give them a budget of $3 million to pull it off. The appreciation value on that ain't no telling. But the appreciation value on the tiny homes at what we bought them for at 2.2 billion with the vehicles. But Mini Cooper told me that they didn't have that many in stock, so we might have to pick a different vehicle. But I want all the vehicles the same. And I originally chose Mini Coopers, but you know the biography has a different car. But that's what I want to do at level 1 through 3. And then if you get a degree or show enough experience, become a board, that's level 4. And at level 5, you have to be an experienced board member or be the owner of your own successful business or prove that you've had a successful business minimum. There are some exceptions to the rule. We're still building the report. And like I said, the report is an asset-based, wealth management-based type of report where we can buy assets. It works like a limited liability company. It's not just a report. It's not just about a sovereign or anything. It's about, like Mrs. Moneybag. Mrs. Moneybag is a fictional concept, sort of like the duchy. It's a imaginary concept where we credit Europe with the idea. We credit Europe with London with the setup of how they had the finances and stuff. But on my personal side, I didn't want to be tied directly to the report and to the company, similar how the Queen was tied to the monarchy. You know what I'm saying? Where she has her personal net worth and the monarchy has its own personal net worth. Windsor Castle, Buckingham Palace, they all have their own net worths. Well, I did the same thing with the Achievers Report and the Homage Network, except I'm balling based off my championships, and the report itself is a limited liability company to an extent. And pretty soon we'll probably let other VIP members and guests and access in. Think of it more like Hilton if the hotel was just sprawled out over Virginia, North Carolina, New Jersey, Philadelphia, and South Carolina. Picture if that was a large country club. And you got nice home and housing, golf, you got private jets, you got chauffeurs, indoor basketball, that type of luxury. But that's level 1, and I wanted Mr. Moneybag to be a fictional character of our imagination too. Mr. Moneybag is going to be Raleigh. Mrs. Moneybag is Le Chateau de la Roche in New Jersey, and Mr. Moneybag is in Charlotte, North Carolina. The Achievers Report building is what we want to call it, 112 Tryon Plaza in Charlotte, North Carolina. That's the building we want. And the report buys things like any other thing, but it's not a fund, it's not a bank, it's not a church. It's a financial technology company, but it works like a limited liability company. We can buy assets, purchase assets, move assets. The only thing you can't do at the moment is buy anything on the stock market. And all our inventory in Square and PayPal is not for sale, it's for holds for us to be able to purchase.